Hello and welcome back. We are in module 10 and we are learning how to write logical formula. In the previous module, we learned how to write a single logical formula. For example, here we wrote an if statement with a single logical test and performed action 1 or action 2 depending on what was the result of the formula, whether it was true or false. Every time the situation may not be so simple. You may have to conduct several tests and perform several actions depending on the test result. So let's learn how to write multiple conditional formulas in if statement. And for that, we are going to use promotional price list with multi-conditional formulas. All right, so for promotion price list, we are going to use our internal price list, which we created in the earlier module. And if you see here, it has cost details, and I have added a column called category code. Now, this category code is purely for your internal purpose to decide how much discount you can give for a particular product category in order to have a good sale during the promotion period. And depending on the code, you are going to decide the discount structure. So for example, let's say this is your promotion discount structure. The category code A will get 15% discount, B 20, and so on. So in this particular module, I'm going to show you how to write multiple conditions in if statement. And when you write multiple conditions within if statement, that is called nested if statement. We will see two methods and we will see a little bit of improvisation on it. So let's start with the first method. In normal if statement, what have we done so far? We have performed one logical test and then we have action if it is true and another action if it is false. In this particular case, we are first going to check if the category code is A, then in the formula then is replaced by comma, then 15%, otherwise is replaced by comma, and in this particular case, otherwise taking some action, we are going to perform another if condition or if statement. So let's start writing the formula. In order to get this information, I'm going to copy this information and make it available here. So I have done Control C. I come here, right click, paste special. I'm going to select values and I'm going to select transpose so that this information is in the form of various rows in single column. When you use paste special transpose method, it gets converted in from various rows to various columns. So from vertical format to horizontal format, and I'm going to do the same for the percentages here. Control C, right click, paste special values, or rather I would select all and I'm going to use transport. Okay, so we have these discounts so that we have ready reckoner here. Which category, what discount. So let's start writing formula. So I'll click here and start writing the first logical test. Equal to if open bracket this cell is category A and we are comparing text here. So I'm going to use the quotation mark. Quotation A. So if E5 is A, then it is 15% discount. Otherwise, we have to write, instead of taking another action, we have to write another if statement now, which is if this cell is equal to B, then it is 20%. At this point in time, let me explain you. Either you can write absolute values here like A 15%, B 20%, or refer to these cells. It is advantage to refer to cells because in future you can simply change the category names or the discount structure and you don't have to worry about changing the formula. For further test, we are going to refer to the cells. So we will continue with our if statement. So if it is B, then 20%. Otherwise, we have to check if it is C. If open bracket this cell is equal to this cell, then this cell. Now we are referring to cell IDs, not absolute values. I'm going to continue for the rest of it. If this cell is equal to the cell which is this, then this cell. Otherwise, if this cell is equal to this cell, then this. Now at this point in time, we have completed comparing A, B, C, D, E category code. And if none of these are valid, then obviously the category code is F. So instead of writing a formula or if statement for F, we can straight away write the final discount, meaning if it is none of this, then obviously the discount should be this last category, which is 20%. So we are going to write comma and straight away write the otherwise condition of 20%. And now we have to close the brackets. How many times have we written if? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and these many number of times we have opened brackets. So in order to complete the formula, we have to close brackets 5 times. And when you close brackets, the corresponding brackets will get highlighted as you start typing here. So just have a look at these brackets as I start typing the closing bracket. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Let's say by mistake, instead of 5, you typed only 4 brackets and hit enter. Excel is going to give you an error saying we found a typo in your formula and try to correct it. And it has given you a corrected formula and says, do you want to accept this correction? Now, unfortunately, it does not highlight what it has corrected. So you have to literally go through this formula and accept it. But we know in this particular case, what has been corrected, it has added 5 brackets instead of just 4 here, and we accept it. From Excel point of view, whatever formula you have written here is correct and there are no typo errors or any other errors in this particular formula. However, there are 2 logical errors here, meaning if you use this formula in this price list, you will get in some of the cells errors or wrong discount because of 2 errors present in this particular formula. If you wish, you pause the video here, try to identify the 2 errors from this formula and make a note of it. If you are not too keen to do that, simply continue with the video.